COP26, what does it mean? Happening live right now in Scotland, famous for Nessie, comedian Billy Connolly, Loch Ness Monster, amazing kings, dragons, folklore and myth, nestled amongst castles in the Scottish Highlands and beautiful countryside. The COP event is live in Glasgow. Around about 120 world leaders are gathered in what looks like a large igloo or a huge woodlice in the middle of Glasgow. World leaders are working together to try and look at the irreversible damage of climate change under a huge globe, which looks more like the Epcot Centre. The press interest in the event is more about how our world leaders got there and their carbon footprint, particularly Boris and his bikes. 1 minute to midnight is what Boris famously says about climate. We're concerned about the damage we're doing to our natural world, the irreversible damage. We need to hit pause and we need to rewind and start to look at how we live our lives on a daily basis to try and stop this happening. So if we want to avoid a Wall-E type dystopian future, we need to stop melting our polar ice caps. And we do that by reducing the amount of carbon we put into the atmosphere. And this is not a new thing. This has been happening for the last 100 years, fueled by things like deforestation and social injustice. We are literally burning our natural resources and creating carbon. There are two nations that failed to turn up to COP26, Russia and China, causing people to question, well, why host COP26 anyway? There are those that believe that humanity will prevail and we will fix our own problems, and others look to technology as a salvation to the problems we've created for ourselves. On the agenda this year is what we eat, what we drive, green economy, our fashion industry, and the general methane and carbon dioxide that we put into the atmosphere for our relentless consumer lifestyles. Our 44 STEAM ambassadors are going to be talking to you live about COP26 this week as it evolves. In the meantime, this is what the students at Shaftesbury School are worried about when it comes to climate change.
The way that people don't put their plastic in the bin and then it goes into the sea and animals die.
The growing population of people is going to really emphasise the problem more, and more people are going to be burning fossil fuels and using plastics.
It might affect the future for us and animals.
Things that worry me about climate change is that the ice caps could melt and there would be, the whole world could change and there wouldn't be any more people left in the world.
The thing that worries me about global warming is what state the future is going to be for all of us.
Global warming worries me because it will affect my world and will affect my future.
Glass ceiling, electric cars,
Solar ice caps melting. Deforestation.
the whole world burning down.